What is up, everyone? This is Frost Shogunyan here, and welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be epic, and I've done similar things to this before in the past, but I think this one's a lot different, and it's more unique than the rest, because this is an actual existing product, or was existing. Not too sure if it's existing anymore, but it's probably somewhere out there, I'm hoping, because I'd hate to not see it eventually. So, gonna have to hope and pray that it's still out there. But anyway, since you guys don't know, you have no clue what I'm talking about, I guess you're just gonna have to wait and see what it is. So, let's get into this.
Come on out, my friend. Yokai metal, do your thing. Frost Shogunyan.
Alright, so this is pretty epic, and I'm gonna have a lot of fun showing this to you guys because I've been waiting a while because lots of other stuff got in the way. Lots of other things I've bought and, made and whatnot. I haven't showed this off before. On my channel, at least. I've shown it on the Discord, but I have not shown it off on the channel. Now, some of you may not even remember this. This is from a few months ago, and I wouldn't be surprised if you don't remember. But I'm going to show it to you guys. It's pretty epic. Now, for some context here, we all know the Yokai Watch Model 0 failed Hasbro failed to make the Yokai Watch Model 0 epic. They gave us this hideous piece of literal trash. I may as well throw it in the trash right now. But I'm not gonna, because I paid like $30 for that one specifically. Never mind. Anyway, besides the point, Hasbro had a toy fair in 2016. Hasbro's Toy Fair was pretty epic, and it showed off a bunch of epic merchandise. Now, some of this included unreleased merchandise, which last time I talked about, I think it was like a few times ago, we talked about the Multi-Mud Everfour that got released in the Hasbro Toy Fair. Now, those were not the only items that didn't get a release, at least to the public. Now, this is pretty crazy, and I've always wanted this. I always wanted it. It just looked so cool, and this is crazy. This is going to be epic. Now, let's just show it off. I'm going to show it off because why wait any longer? 3, 2, 1. Yokai Watch Model 0. Prototype version. Now, you can barely see it because it's down, but this is the prototype Yokai Watch Model 0, and this is not real. This is a fan-made product that I made, and I would love to get a real one. But this is the Hasbro Model 0, my take on it at least. I tried to make it look exactly like it. The paint was a little weird. It was supposed to be lighter, but it made it more of a mustard yellow, so it didn't really work out, but it looks close enough, honestly, so I'll take it. Now, you might notice something a little strange here. Now, first of all, one thing that's really strange is why the hell is there a speaker box coming out of the watch? Now, for context, again, at the Toy Fair, I'll put a picture right here. At the Toy Fair, this is how the Yokai Watch Model 0 was set up to use. So this is how it was set up. You could actually use this thing. Like, I'm pretty jealous. I would love to do that, and I probably would have stolen it if I was there, but I was not. But, even though I wasn't there, I bet a bunch of different people got to use it. Now, it was set up with a Jibanyan metal, and you could only use the Jibanyan metal, but I bet you could bring in your own metal and use it, considering it was supposed to use past ones, so technically people could have listened to all the summoning songs. Even Wicked, if it was programmed in yet, I'm not even sure. Who knows what was in the place of some of the yokai. That would have been awesome to see, and if it's ever on eBay, then we can finally figure that out, can't we? But no, I doubt it. It's so rare, and I mean, there's always a freaking chance. I mean, that wall kappa was on eBay, so it's possible. So I won't get my hopes too high, but that and that display of yokai medals at the launch party for Yokai Watch 2, those two items, I would flip out. I would probably, I would buy them right away, because those are crazy. Wall kappa took like a day, I think. I didn't buy him until the next day after I saw him. But I was still debating on it because it was like $40, so I didn't want to do that. Anyway, I'll quit babbling.
Looks like you got 10-gallon mouth.
I'll quit babbling because I'm talking too much. So, basically, this is the prototype Model Zero. Another thing that you may find odd is the Yokai Watch, not the Yokai Watch hands, just the watch hands on the watch. Now, the watch hands for the Japan one looked like this. So I printed a sticker, and it looks like this. And this is how the prototype one looks. The Hasbro one looks like this. So the watch hands are much bigger, and it just looks off and weird and stuff. So I prefer the prototype version. Well, at least the prototype look of the hands. Some of the other stuff was a little weird. But honestly, I'll take it over this one. This one actually kind of sucks. Like, no joke. This one's actually really, really weird. So, I would have preferred for it to... I mean, I love it. I love it to death. I wouldn't have it if I didn't love it, so... But the other one would have been really cool and really unique, honestly. It would have looked closer to the Japanese one, honestly. The on and off switch also had this text on it, and it actually said on and off instead of the X and O. Kind of weird. I prefer the X and O, honestly, because it doesn't take as much room off of the actual watch. I think they just did not know that there was an X and an O, and they could do that, but I don't know. So, I didn't actually do that on this one. I could do that on this one. That would look awesome. So I might do that in the future. Now, another thing that may look off is, where are the numbers? Now, if you can see that, it's actually a little faded, but it is there. But, yeah, I did not get the chance to paint them back on yet, so just bear with me, and I'll get them on eventually, as well as that on and off switch thing. So, pretty cool. You can see I painted the inside here, and I painted this, and this bezel, this one clicks. So you turn it, it clicks. This one does not. This one is just a smooth little thing, and that's because it does not do anything. Because the Hasbro one at the toy fair, it was exactly like this. It was smooth. It just kind of went around like this. You could just twirl it and around, and it had nothing to do with the mechanism at the time because they weren't finished developing it. So actually, when you put a metal into the prototype version, it would actually just start playing the song or whatever. It would just say, "Oh, summoning time," as soon as you put it in. Make the little sound, obviously, that when you put it in. But you wouldn't have to turn it or anything. And it would only play one of the two sounds, and then you'd have to put it back. You'd have to take it out and put it back in just to hear the other one. So that's exactly what I did with this one. I hot glued the little button inside, so it's shut down, and it's just, flattened. And it makes it so whenever you put the metal in, it automatically goes to one of the two things. Now, sadly, this speaker right here was being tricky, and when me and my mom were soldering it, it was mostly actually her that was soldering it. I did nothing with this. All I did was really design the watch. But when she was soldering it, it decided to come off, and it ruined it. So, that sucks, and she was telling me how it might come off, so. But now, it was actually before we figured out something. There was a little head on the soldering iron, and it actually works different. So now we have the one, and it should work better if I want to ever go back to this. Actually, my Spanish watch broke. I'm in the process of eventually fixing that as well, which sucks. I really love that thing. So, that's okay though. Well, anyway, that is the prototype Model Zero. But that's not all, because we have medals to go along with that. Here we go. So here's the Jibanyan Victory Medal. This may look ordinary. This may look like an ordinary Jibanyan Victory Medal, but it is not. It is actually printed by me. I printed this picture out, and it actually looks really legit, so I'm proud of that. And what I did here, all I did was print it out, and all I changed was the little bar here, and made it closer to the green. So that's how the actual one is. Here's a comparison to the original one. Best picture I could find, anyway. And something else that they did with the Jibanyan Victory Medal is when they tested out the Yo-motion, Jibanyan was actually facing the opposite way of how the released version was. So I went ahead and opened up the little Yo-motion thing in the corner, and I made him face the opposite way. Just to make it more realistic to the prototype, anyway. Here's the back. QR code and rails are exactly the same, because it would not work in the watch if I changed it, and that's like probably how it was. I'm not even sure how the rails were in that version. So, yeah. Now, here's Come On, Come On. I did the exact same thing with the bar, or the little name thing. I'm not even sure what that's called, honestly. And I also flipped the Yo-motion, but it's a little weird with Come On, Come On, because the Yo-motion is actually in a certain way, and it matters which direction it's in, because the order will be changed once it's flipped. But it's fine, it still works, so I just left it that way since I didn't want to take off the sticker or whatever. Now, the difference with this one and the one released, you can see the background is much different, and that's actually a purple, and that's actually like a magenta color, so that's pretty crazy. So they changed that, and that's really the only part of the background they changed. I forget what, I'm pretty sure the Japanese one looked like this, so they just changed that in the American or Hasbro version of this Come On, Come On. So that's kind of silly, I thought. But hey, that's cool. So now I printed this one, and that's how the prototype one looked, like this. So, there he is. There's the medals, and it actually works. I'll try out Jibanyan if I can get this thing to operate here. So when you put in a Jibanyan medal, instead of you having to actually turn it, like I said, it'll just automatically go to that certain phrase that it left off on. So, that's how that works. That's the Model Zero for you. I'm not going to move it around and try it again because it's very hard to actually set up this thing. It's very complicated, so, since it's broken, obviously, so. But that's okay. It's fine. So, hope you all enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you want. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't. Dark Watch episodes have either released already or have not yet. If they haven't, this is pretty late in the month, so hopefully. So make sure to join the Discord below, and also in the description of my videos, but it's also in the description of my channel. So make sure to join the Discord if you haven't already, because we're going to be doing that, and it's an event. So you can join the event, you can join the voice channel, and it's going to be awesome. So, yeah, that's really all. We're almost at 3,000 subscribers, if you want to know. It's actually crazy. I can't believe we're almost at 3,000 subscribers. 100 away. And probably closer by the time I upload this video. So, that's pretty epic, pretty insane. We're getting there. The movie is going to hopefully release this December. We're trying everything here. And I've taken breaks over the course of this year because the movie is definitely more important than the videos I make, because that's something that I really want to get done, and I've been trying for years. And it's almost here. We're almost done. We've got voice actors, we got the script, we've got the movie undubbed. So, from here, it's just dubbing the rest of it, and text and all that. Now, hope you all are having a great day. And this is Frost Shogunyan signing off, saying thank you for watching and enjoy the new outro. Forgot the emotion.